When the subject of boxing comes up in the barbershop or the sports bar, there is an inevitable comparison between the current dominant force and the champions of yesteryear. Younger fans will undoubtedly think their man, as of this writing Mayweather, is better than the old fighters of lore. And some of the older fans will take offense at the current fighter being compared to the fighters of their day. I remember when I was a kid, I told my father that Larry Holmes' jab would have been too much for Joe Louis. I explained how if Billy Conn could have given Louis so much trouble that he would rather be easy pickings for Holmes. My dad responded that if an old-timer heard me say that, I'd get slapped, haha. The pedestalization of old-time fighters are so ingrained that they are given mythic qualities, and any arguments to the contrary are met with shame and threats of violence. Mayweather has obviously been the subject of more fantasy fight pairings in recent memory because he has been at the top of the heap for so long. After the completion of his fights, a lot of fans are left to ask who could have beat this guy, because there just doesn't seem to be anyone in the current landscape to threaten his undefeated record, Manny Pacquiao and his fans notwithstanding. What compelled me to write this piece was an article I wrote around the time Roberto Duran was quoted as saying Floyd Mayweather would have been just another guy had he competed during his heyday in the 1980s. I wrote a piece chronicling how the fighters of the 1980s, specifically Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, Wilfred Benitez, and Thomas Hearns, had very brief stints of dominance when compared to Mayweather. That article alone brought my website a record number of hits as well as the vitriol the likes of which I haven't seen. I remain steadfast in my opinion, however. Folks misinterpreted my premise as saying that Mayweather was a better fighter than the monsters of the 1980s. I was pointing out that his length of dominance has been longer. Longevity matters and should be used as one measuring stick when comparing one fighter to the other. Mayweather is 37 years old as of this writing and is considered the pound-for-pound best in the world. All of the fighters I mentioned above were far beyond their best years when they were Mayweather's age, and if they were still active, they were nowhere near the pound-for-pound top 10 rankings, let alone top 10 in their own divisions. Duran himself was written off in 1984 when he was knocked out in 2 rounds by Hearns. Granted, he took the middleweight title at age 38 by beating Iran Barkley, but again, it was an aberration. He was not considered pound-for-pound elite anymore, and the victory was considered a miracle of sorts.